looked surprised because he said, please don't be hasty. No one understands, but I've got a way to prove it. And he lifted up his hand. He was the man who called himself Jesus. For a minute I was speechless. Then I looked into his face with sufficient light of sadness for the total human race. And I said, you must be joking. But he slowly shook his head and said, that's what they all say. I might as well be dead. He was the man who called himself Jesus. He asked me if I knew a place where he could start to preach. And I said, well, try a church, or maybe Brighton Beach. And I was trying to be serious, but he didn't seem impressed. He said, you think I'm crazy? You're just like all the rest. He was the man who called himself Jesus. I was really quite embarrassed. He was looking so sincere. So I said, I close the shop soon. Won't you come and have a beer? Then he asked me if I meant it, and he gave a funny smile and said he'd rather like that, and he hung around a while. He was the man who called himself Jesus. On the way he stopped to pat little children's heads and taught them one-line prayers to say when they went off to their beds. But mostly they were frightened and they looked at him wide-eyed. And when he said his name was Jesus, one girl even cried. He was the man who called himself Jesus. In the pub I asked him if he had tried to see the Pope, and he said, all